All right, so today we are going to talk about CRT, candle range theory, and the question that most people have when they hear about CRT is, does it really work? Okay, so I'm going to highlight some key points for you because I'm a big follower of Romeo's theory, CRT, and trust me, there's a lot of misinformation about CRT out there. If you type CRT on YouTube right now, you would see a lot of people talking about CRT, even people that don't know what they're talking about. Well, there is always an opinion about if CRT works or how to treat CRT and all of that. Now, today I'm going to be telling you some of the reasons why your CRT trades are failing, okay, and why you will continue failing if you do not change. Okay, so in my previous classes, I started talking about directional bias, and it it was a game changer for me. Excuse me. It was a game changer for me because once I understood directional bias, I began to understand why my trades were failing, regardless of what strategy I was using, CRT, other blocks, whatever you want to call it. Regardless of any strategy you're using, if you do not understand directional bias, like I've said, you would always keep failing. Okay, so let's highlight that as the first reason why your CRT is failing, because you are on the wrong directional bias. So let's get an early example here from BTC. Okay, let's get an early example here from BTC. Now I want to I want to take an example from this area. Yeah, this candle. This day was December 25th. Oh, sorry, December 23rd, 2025. And please, if you do not understand directional bias, or you've not watched my previous videos on directional bias, make sure you watch it so that you can understand what I'm talking about here. All right, the link should be somewhere in this video or up, or you can just check the channel and find the link. Okay, so what do we see here? We see the closed price closed below this particular candle's low. This day was Monday 22nd, and on the 23rd, which was Tuesday, price broke the previous day's low and closed it. Now, what if you followed my previous class? I explained to you what continuation directional bias is. Continuational directional bias appears when price breaks through or mitigates a previous day's low or high and does what? And closes below or above it. Okay? That is continuation directional bias. It signals that price is possibly is possibly going to continue in that direction. Okay? So we have price break through Monday's low and close below it. All right. So let's look at what happened on Tuesday. Let's look at what happened on Tuesday. So On that Tuesday, I'm gonna go down to 1 hour and see if you can spot CRT trades there. Good, 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 good. Now you can see a clear CRT trade that failed. All right. Now look at this. Look at this trade here. So you can see. Remember, I said that there's it's supposed to continue downwards. Okay. So look at what happened here. CRT, a candle, the next candle mitigates the low, closes above it. So you from here you probably think that there's going to be a reversal upwards, and then you buy. Okay, probably buy on the third candle, and what happens? Price goes up and what flushes down. According to Romeo, this would be called the kiss of death. Okay, price clears this high and flushes down. That is another discussion for another day. I'm just trying to tell you why, show you where CRT fails. Okay, I'm showing you where CRT fails and why your CRT will keep failing. So you might see this and say, okay, this is a CRT. Let me take the buy here. Okay, you do not just take CRT buys wherever you see. Okay, it doesn't work like that. Okay, so you might say, okay, let me take the buy here. And then what happens? You see, this is a valid CRT, and then you take a buy from the third candle and what? Kiss of death. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's go down. Let's look for more examples. Well, let's go to the 4 hour chart. Let's go to the 4 hour chart. Look at this. I say, okay, you want to trade this candle and you take it. This actually we could say this was a valid CRT because probably it got to 50%, but usually I love to take my CRT to the top and even most times extend. Okay, so you can see this price is the bias is meant to be bearish, but you're trying to force price upwards because you're saying it's CRT. Okay, so you're against the bias, and that's why you're seeing all these choppy moves here. You're seeing heavy down close candles. Okay, you're seeing price pushing downwards continuously. Okay, but you just continue to try to buy. Now let me show you when price actually buys. Let's go back to our daily time frame. Let's go back to our daily time frame and see when price actually begins to buy. So look at this. Boom, close. The next day's candle meant to continue downwards. Okay, so you're meant to look for sell opportunities downwards, not buy opportunities. Okay, because what happened? This is a sign of a continuation directional bias. All right, so let's now look at when price began to buy. What happened? Follow this teaching because it is very important. It's is all you need to know to change your trading game in 2026. All right, very serious. Now, on Tuesday, price closed downwards. On Wednesday, price mitigated that low. Okay, price mitigated Tuesday's low, but failed to close below it. Okay, and came back into the range and closed. This is the daily time frame now. Okay. Now, what does this signify? It signifies a reversal. Okay. So it is from here that you begin, from the next day that you begin to look for what? A CRT, a buy CRT. Okay. It's from the next day you begin to look for a buy CRT. So if I'm gonna show you what happened the next day, which was a what? Which was a Thursday. Let's go down to the 1 hour time frame and see what happened. Just watch. 1 hour time frame. Let's see what happened. So on the next day, we saw this. Price did what? A CRT. So we're going to talk about POIs, point of interest. So you understand where exactly we are looking for these um CRT patterns. Okay, so you can see a clear CRT here. Price did this 1 hour time frame. If you check on 2 hour time frame, it's much clearer. Yeah, it's much clearer on 2 hour time frame. You can see this. Price did this. Okay, close candle mitigates the low, close within the range, third candle retracement, and boom. All right, this clean, very clean trade. We exit is, remember that we are day traders. You're not trying to swing or do any major stunts. Okay, you're day traders. You're looking for the best trade opportunities in that day. So you see this CRT, third candle, boom, boom. Simple, simple. You're out of the market. Okay, but if you had continued to look at all these moves here, trying to catch CRT, and you'll be wondering why it's not working. It's not working because you're in the wrong directional bias. Okay, you're not seeing the bigger picture on the daily time frame. All right. So I hope I am passing on a key message here. By the way, you can apply this to any uh any instrument, gold, currencies, whatever you're trading, you can apply this same lessons. Okay, don't try to catch CRT. Don't try to open your 1 hour, 4 hour chart to catch CRT in any direction. Find the directional bias first. First thing you do is to find directional bias. Okay, first thing, find directional bias. Another reason why your CRT is failing is because you are you're not using the right POI. Okay, point of interest. Okay, so for you to, you might find out that I wish I could find some examples, but I'm just going to explain it. You might find out, okay, that your CRT extends. I'm trying to look for, trying to see if I can find an example. Let me stay on the 4 hour chart. Let me see. You might find out that your CRT extends. I wish I could find an example fast. I don't want to make this video extremely long. Can't find any recent example. This is not really the example I'm looking for, but it kind of illustrates what I'm talking about now. You might find out that your CRT extends. What do I mean? You have a CRT pattern and you're trying to get another third candle. Yeah. Okay. Then what next happens? Price comes down and sweeps the last CRT low before going back upwards. Okay, this extension, this fill, I've heard people say that I traded CRT and price took my stop loss and went back up or went back to my direction. Yeah, that happens when you are not trading in the right POI. Okay, most times a CRT pattern forms above a POI. It's a manipulation. Okay, so what happens is to this kind of thing happens to clear out pattern traders that just want to see the three candle form and then just take an entry. It doesn't always happen like that. Okay, you want to wait for your POI. All right, if you go on the higher time frame, you might find a POI here. Like I said, I'm going to explain POI in another video, probably next. I'm going to be explaining the POIs I look out for, and what you should also look out for in 2026. Okay, so you might find out that the CRT extends into a POI after forming a CRT above it. All right, so that is one reason. That's another reason why your CRT might be failing. Are not using the right POI, or you are not figuring out that there is a POI below your CRT pattern. Okay. Now, another major reason, this is a major reason and it's kind of related to the first. It's a major reason why your CRT is failing. Is because you are, okay, you are trading a CRT within an existing CRT. Now, that is terrible. That is very terrible. Okay, let me show you a clear example here. Okay, so we had price sweep through this low, price sweep through this low, and price is what's targeting this high. Okay, now this is the range. Okay, this is the range from here to here. Now price has swept through this low. You're meant to continue looking for buys until we clear this high. Now what happens? Price forms another CRT within here. I hope you're taking all these things, all these points I'm giving you. Please take them down. And if you have the time, go back through this video, watch it till you understand. Okay, all these points pointed out for you. Um, I had taken time to study and also learn from mentors. Okay, and I'm giving it out for free. So do good with this knowledge. All right. Now you can see what price started forming another CRT here. Okay, now you trading this CRT within this existing CRT can get you hanged. All right, can get you what? Can get you hanged. Okay, it's a bad move. It's a bad move. All right, see what happened? It failed. CRT, third candle, boom, went back to clear that high. Okay, let me show you another example. Sometimes you might have a CRT on a higher time frame, CRT model on a higher time frame, and you find an opposing CRT on a lower time frame. Let's look at what happened within this range. Let's go down to 4 hour and see what exactly happened within that range. Now, within this range, you can see what within this range. This was a CRT on the daily time frame targeting the high. Okay, but what do you see? You see a CRT on the 4 hour time frame here. 4 hour time frame CRT. If you also go probably to 6 hours or 8 hours or 12 hours, you still see the CRT form. What the price do? It is within an existing range of a confirmed CRT. So what the price do? From the CRT, boom, okay, aim to come downwards and did what? Struggled and cleared this high before coming downwards. Okay, so you are trading, most times trading within an existing CRT range, trading the opposite direction of an existing CRT range. This is against the rule. You should never do that. Okay, so I've told you three reasons why your CRT is failing. First one is what? What's the first one? The first one is that you're against daily bias. The second one is that you are not trading CRT on a POI. Okay, you're trading random CRTs. The third one is that you are trading opposite an existing CRT range, which is dangerous. Okay, so you want to check out all of these things and try to avoid them. Now look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Let me give you an example here. After price had cleared out that high, what happened? Price formed the CRT here. I think I took this trade. I can't remember. Price formed the CRT here and did what? And flushed down. Boom, boom, boom. Third candle, bam. All right. Now, always remember in CRT that your entry is always an exit and your exit is always an entry. What do I mean? Your exit, this exit became an entry. Okay. I'm not saying that whenever you exit, you just start selling or start buying. I'm saying that the exit can be a POI. Your entry can also be a POI. Okay. Always think about that because what it is a range. Okay, as you can see, price has stayed within this range for weeks. Can you see? So your exit is an entry, and your entry can be an exit. I hope I'm saying that right. Okay, so um also you can check here. This is it again. This range within this range. Boom, boom, down. All right. Yeah. So remember those points that I've given you, and in my next class, I'm going to talk about. I think I'm going to talk about POIs and explain the POIs I look for. Yeah. So if you have any questions or you have um, ideas of what you want to learn about CRT or about any trading strategy, just leave a comment in this video and I'm going to take a look at them and try to explain for you. Yeah, that is that for today. Bye.